Hi, this is Suma. I'm surprised that I have to make another video about this situation. But because there's new information that she showed us in her story, Instagram of course, and there's also some point that I forgot to bring in my first video, I think I have to make another video about it. If you are new to this situation, I suggest you to watch that first video before you watch this video. Now, you probably have seen this long comment that she posted in my first video, and I actually want to talk a lot about this comment because I don't know why. It's just an interesting topic to talk about. So here's the translation of it. I'm not gonna read it again. From this comment, you said that AI here is used to tell the story more effectively. My question is, how does that work? How does the AI help you tell the story more effectively? Is it because AI speed up the process like what you said in the same comment? Now here's the thing. Just because she said this doesn't mean that this is the reason why she said the other thing before. I'm not saying that you cannot do this research. You are allowed to do so. You can do that. You are a curious individual. I noticed that. But it does make us wonder, what value did you bring in the table when you do this research? Did you really value creativity? Do you value labor? Do you value time? Do you value anything? Well, million question, no answer. I'm not saying you're supposed to answer any of my question. However, from what you have said so far, it can be vague and slightly misleading. I'm not saying it's your problem. I'm not saying this is your fault, because I'm pretty sure you don't mean it this way or that way or whatever the way it is. You just probably have a mistake of answering a question too quickly, because after all, when you post this comment, you post this when people start hating you in episode 3. So of course, you probably want to reduce the chaos that happened in the comment section by answering to their question immediately. But when people do that, there's a possibility that we might say something we don't really mean to say. You might make a mistake of not giving the best example, best explanation, and many more. I don't expect you to be able to calm down their anger just from answering their questions. I understand you make mistakes. I make mistakes like this as well. Just make sure you don't make this kind of mistake in the future to avoid people thinking wrong about you. Again, not your fault, but just be prepared for that. So as far as I want to question what you said in this comment, I shouldn't talk much about it because this comment is probably 2 weeks old already. You might change your mind about how to explain it. But now, my other point that I forgot to bring is that why did you pick background and movement to test the effectiveness of AI technology in this project? It's a genuine question. I wonder on why you picked this medium specifically. From many claims you show us so far, is that the script, story, character design, you made them all by yourself. I'm not gonna deny that. There's no proof I have to deny those facts. Sometimes you also make background, sometimes you make animation, sometimes you don't. It's not consistent, but I don't really want to focus on that part. But it is a wonder why you pick background and movement medium to test the effectiveness of AI technology. I'm not denying the fact that this medium takes time to create, but that's because it's important. Background is important because it tells us where the situation happened, what environment the character exists in, and how the world treats their surroundings. It's a beautiful thing to explore about. Movement is literally where magic exists in animation, where we believe the picture is actually moving. It tells us how the character behaves, what action is happening, and many more. You would assume this medium is very creative in the animation genre, so why did you use this creative medium to test if we can use AI effectively? Focusing on creativity, but you choose the labor AI will hold a part of a creative medium. The thing about creating character and story, they can take from days to years to polish depending on the kind of story you want to make. I would love to assume that you put a lot of passion and work when you make your character and stories. You are a very talented artist after all. But it does makes me wonder, from what I assume, you do a heavy work when it comes to story and character design, which is time consuming just like any other medium. But why did you pick background and movement to test the effectiveness of AI? This question will stay the way it is no matter what medium you pick for AI to do, To wonder if you choose this out of value, preference, or just for fun and many more. Obviously, you never tell us why you pick them, no problem with that. But people are allowed to wonder, especially when you claim this is a research study. I also forgot to show you this. It's her Instagram story where she said that she spent 122 ringgit. Now, I'm not sure if that means she spent the money on AI or she buy a clothes that cost her 122. Really, you paying AI or use it for free doesn't bother me at all because I'm gonna criticize you anyway for using AI, even if it's for research study. Wait, you use money on AI? Damn. Now, this is an information I didn't even know about when I was making the first video, but basically she blocked some people who criticize her. I don't know how many people she blocked, but I do know one person that she blocked, which is Ayman Andy. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. I talked with this guy a few times and he tells me that he commented on her post and basically criticized her there, and he also post a story criticizing her. He doesn't remember when he got blocked by her, but he believed that he got blocked the same day he posted the story. Now, this information is literally a day before I posted my video where her animation series is in a streaming service called Zingy TV. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you here. I found out about this literally half an hour after I finished editing the first video. So I just decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna make another video about it. So here we are. You probably don't know what the heck is Zingy TV. It's a new streaming service targeted on kids entertainment and education. It's still new, and as far as I look into it, they don't have that much stuff to watch. Even the likes for each video doesn't reach 50 likes. But if you look at her animation there, it received more than 500 likes. Now, from this post from her account, she said that it's non-commercial and non-monetized. I can't believe it's not monetized, but you cannot say it's non-commercial. Your animation series bring a lot of new users to the streaming service, making your project being used for commercializing the streaming service. Also, remember that I said this Zingy TV is for kids entertainment and education. How is this an entertainment for kids? There's romance and literally blood in one of the episodes. Like, someone green lighted this stuff to be put in Zingy TV. Oh wait, do you remember the CEO guy I talked about in my first video? Yeah, so he's the CEO and the founder of Zingy TV, guys. I wonder who decided to add Auji's animation series in the streaming service. Yeah, what a question. Now, literally after I post my first video, I decided to look back at Auji's account. Goodness gracious, she posted this in her story. Oh my god, this is a poster from an association called Persatuan Kreatif AI Malaysia. I did some digging about this and I feel like that topic is for another video. Let's just focus on Auji's situation right now. And she also posted this in her story, the same day by the way, but then she deleted it. And then she posts this instead. If you add this in your own Instagram story, it actually said, add this in your account if you don't support AI art. Yeah, so she basically erased the don't part and just added the word art into creative tool. Remember, this story was posted the same day I posted my video, and I was pissed at her. Like, what the heck do you mean by that? I was in denial, because I just genuinely thought that this girl is an ignorance when it comes to AI. I just thought that she's just a silly goose who doesn't understand how AI works. I try to believe that she's just rage baiting people, That's a possibility. But then, I remember that she posted this story as well. On 12th January, she posted where her characters becomes a keychain. So, isn't this commercializing your animation series? Now, she did say that this animation isn't for commercial and she's not monetizing it. So, technically, if she sells keychain, those money didn't come from the animation series. It come from the keychain. However, selling keychain is literally commercial. You are commercializing your IP, your brand. But Ine, she never said that she's selling them. For all we know, she's probably gonna give it for free. Okay. What if she give it for free? Again, that is still commercialized. Free merch can be commercialized, because commercialization isn't only about money. It also includes brand building, audience growth, IP promotion, market testing, and prepare for future monetization. So, if she put the series on a streaming platform, promoting it publicly, and creating merchandise, even if it's for free, then the project is no longer just research only. As I'm recording this, she already posted episode 5 and episode 6. In episode 5, the description say that the in-between animation is AI assisted. In episode 6, it say both in-between animation and background are AI assisted. Now, she said that AI here is doing the in-between work, right? That means that there needs to be an existing animation first. In episode 3 and 4, we only saw comparison between storyboard and what's called AI assisted animation, along with example of AI error. She also showed us 2 frames she made before showing the final cut. But one of those frames does not appear in the finished animation. With AI interpolation, the original frame normally remain and AI only generate additional frame between them. Here, both of the storyboard and at least one of the shown frame do not appear in the final cut. You could argue that the storyboard aren't meant to appear in the final animation, and that's true. However, the storyboard are very clean and closely resemble to the final animation, and yet they are still not directly used. Because AI interpolation require many closely related frames with small difference, 2 frames with minimal pose change followed by a fully generated motion does not fit that process. Based on what is shown here, episodes 3 and 4 are very unlikely to be using AI interpolation. To be fair, she never called episode 3 and 4 AI in between assisted. She only said AI assisted, which is a label that I do not like and one I found vague. AI interpolation and AI generated is usually done by different model. I haven't come across an AI model that can do both of it at the same time. So if she did animate, she either use AI interpolation, making the AI add more frame in her video without removing her own animation frame, or she used AI generated, where her animation is basically used as a reference for AI to remake the whole scene. If it's AI generated, you cannot call it AI in between, because they literally make the whole scene, while the frame you made being non-existent in the final product. No in-between assistant job ever have to remake the whole thing. I'm not saying reference is useless, they guide the final product, but if all you did was giving AI a reference, you cannot call it AI in between. Again, this AI in between assisted label only work if she used AI interpolation, and if she didn't, she keep changing the procedure of her research study, at least from what I see. True, it's about effectiveness. Nothing wrong to touch on how effective AI is in each area. The problem is, if that's the case, doesn't that mean you have to do a lot of difference between the way of using AI effectively? But instead, what it looks like here is that you using AI in making the final product, aka your animation series, and not the use of AI in different parts. Guys, any editing here? She's gonna be live in Facebook. Do what you want with that information. I want to save this information for the last. So basically, she posts a story. At first, I was like, damn, I wonder who she's talking about. And then I realized she mentioned me in that story. Yeah, so I was confused. Like, is this story specifically meant for me? Like, is she talking about me? If she isn't, she wouldn't tag me there. I mean, yeah, you cannot see my name, but she did mention me there. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense because under Copyright Act 1987, it's allowed to show some of the scene under specific reason, one of them being about commentary. This is what they call fair dealing, I believe. I speed up your video and I even remove the song. Technically, I don't show people the way the animation is presented and credit. Okay, so the video is literally about you. I show people both of your Instagram account when I introduce people to you in the video. Isn't there a section I talk about you? Okay, I keep saying something like she posts this and that, making me verbally mention and crediting you. People know how to find you. Besides, your animation is literally free. You didn't commercial or monetize it. Even I don't make money in that first video. Again, why are you tagging me? The only reason why I show people your animation from time to time is to give context or to show proof or to criticize that scene. Like, people know how to find you. If they don't know how, they just probably don't know how internet works. Like, I'm just confused, dude. And I found this kind of funny. Now, thank you for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it. Again, I didn't expect to make a second video about this. I want to say sorry first. I didn't hide the name of the comment. I should have done that at first. I totally forgot and it's totally my fault. I want to say sorry about the fact that I did a poor job in doing my research, because here's the thing. When I was making that video, I only looked through this specific account. I didn't look through her other account, to be honest, because I just expect she gonna post the same shit anyway. Which I was wrong. I was totally wrong. So I have to make another video, and that video must be the last video I'm gonna be making about her. And the video is just us talking about what she thinks about AI, because I looked through this AI highlight and it tells you a lot, like what she thinks about it, like many more. So be prepared for that, okay? Thank you for watching this again. I hope you guys have a nice day, and yeah, bye bye.